Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I found this molded Hobby Lobby in the fall section, and I think it's really made for cupcakes, chocolate, things like that. And I'm like, it's pretty thin, but I wonder if I could do resin in it. So I grabbed it because, of course, you know, Hobby Lobby, everything is like 50-40% off, especially the holiday stuff. So I think I paid like $1.50 for this thing. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm like, oh, it's got a pumpkin, an acorn, a leaf, and I think I'm going to try one of each. I'm not going to do all 6. And so I'm going to do it kind of simple. So I hope it comes out cute and give you guys a little bit of ideas if you want to go to a Hobby Lobby and grab a little mold like this, if it works. So I don't know if it worked. Obviously, I'm just starting the video, so hopefully at the end it still worked, because I do have a lot of things that don't work, and I don't like when that happens, but it happens, and you know that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to do them all a little bit different. The pumpkin, I'm going to try to stay kind of traditional. I'm going to use this intense chameleon powder in green for this tiny little piece of the stem. I've got orange alcohol ink, and then of course I gotta glitter it up. And this glitter floats. I would use regular orange glitter in this, but because it would sink and it would look kind of weird sunken right around this edge, I'm going to use my favorite. I'm always using this one, you guys know by now. On the acorn, I'm going to use the intense chameleon powder in maple to do the cap part. Then I'm going to mix up some clear resin with some coffee color alcohol ink, and of course some more sparkle. And then for the leaf, for fall colors, I'm thinking, what can I do for fall colors? So I think I'm going to kind of like sprinkle these, all 4 colors in there, and wherever they land is where they land, and I'll brush it to make it nice and even. I'll fill that one in with black and see what happens. So I filled them with water to see how much they would hold. The only one I'm nervous about is this one, because this is really flimsy. It didn't really go up in here without like coming out over it, so I don't know if that's gonna work. So I guess we're gonna find out together. Before I mix up my resin, I'm just going to get these little powders where they belong. These intense ones go really, really far with very little bit. So if you're wondering why this bottle is so small, it's because it lasts a very long time. I'm just going to get this as good as I possibly can on this tiny little area. And these intense ones, I know I've done videos showing differences between black and white backing. It does not matter what color you back the intense ones in, it's still going to come out the exact same color. So the backing color does not affect the intense chameleon powders. I'm just going to wipe that off, and I'm going to paint on this maple one as best I can without making a mess. Of course, you can clean it off.
In our studio where colors blend, Michelle's creations have no end. From coasters.
For the leaf one, I'm just kind of gonna, I wanted to kind of sprinkle it in there. Let me see if my idea works. I just kind of wanted to flick it in wherever it kind of landed, and then brush it around after that. So let's see if that works. I will be using my Let's Resin casting resin. It's the pump one, because that one you can go to 1 inch deep and it's still cure without flash curing. So I'm going to definitely use that one.
Jars that gleam, she brings to life each shining dream. Glitz and glitter, watch them dance. In Michelle's hands they find their chance. Resin flows and sparkles play, crafting beauty day by day. Bowls have shimmer blooms that shine, each piece crafted so divine, with silver hues and shades of blue. Her art reflects a vibrant view.
I got it all wiped down, cleaned off with alcohol. I'm curious to see how this one does. It's almost gonna probably look like a tie-dye, but I don't know. I hope I get all the colors that I just shoved in there. I'm gonna start with the orange one, so I'm just going to, I've got my alcohol ink. Sorry, I mixed up 8 ounces because I cannot remember. I measured this with water. I can't even remember how much they took. So that was stupid. So I didn't want to measure it again. So I'm just gonna hopefully, well, I know 8 ounces is more than enough. I just hope I don't have way too much again. And I did not run this through the bubble maker because, or the bubble remover. I don't know why I always say bubble maker. The bubble remover. I did not run it through because I'm adding glitter. And you will never see the bubbles. Somebody's here.
What you making? Bacon?
What's it look like?
A big nut.
Yeah. Right up your alley.
Are you calling me a nut?
Yes.
What are you
Don't
what are you
light
calling
it.
me now?
Don't burn
What are you calling me now?
You're dying to do a competition, aren't you?
Almost dying, that's for sure.
All right, I've got my orange mixed up. Actually, I tested it on my paper towel and it looks good. So I'm just going to add a little bit of my favorite sparkle. Somebody told me in a comment, which is dangerous, they told me that this sparkle that I love and use on everything actually comes in gold as well. If you guys ever seen the gold one, send me a link because I want it. I do want it. We're gonna add a little more sparkle because there's nothing to take over on this one. I don't mind the extra sparkle. So yeah, if you know the gold one, I will definitely get it because gold would look really pretty too. Although this it's gonna be hard to top this one. And as you can see, I have it in the tray for my curing machine because this is so flimsy. I do not want it to take forever to cure because I use this room a lot and I don't want to bump into it and ruin it. I put 2.5 ounces in this cup, so I'm not quite sure if it needs more than that or not. See how that's tilted? It is a little bit flimsy. Exactly why I want it to cure quickly. That's why I'm not sure how that one's going to come out. Because with water, it was not holding the best. I could probably prop something up underneath that. Okay, let me get a cup full of this brown one going. And then I will mix up my black. Coffee is the color. I haven't used this color in anything that I can remember. So I'm not sure. I'm sure it's brown, but it's going to be sparkle brown when I'm done with it. I need to get a smaller stick. All right, I got that mixed up off camera. I'm going to add my sparkle. I have to figure out something I could prop up underneath that. because it is very flimsy. Even if I mean, I'm a cake decorator. I bake cupcakes and cakes all the time. I don't think I can even bake cupcakes in this thing. It would be moving everywhere. They'd be all lopsided. So this definitely was not made for resin. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. Although brown is one of my favorite colors. I'm not sure how this one's gonna go. I might not get that little top piece until I figure out how to prop this up. Because it's going to, that's what I was afraid of, it's gonna go out of that side. I need to scoop a little out, so I don't think I'm gonna get my little, well, maybe I will. This should be very interesting. I don't even know if I can move this over to the curing machine. All right, let me get some of these bubbles off. I don't even know what I would use this for, but I thought it was really cute. Just little decorations on my table, probably. A lot of you asked for pictures of my table after I made those coasters for fall. I did take a video and I posted it on our Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group and you're interested in how I did the table, that's where you can find that video. I did not put that on YouTube. So I'm just going to take this eye candy pigment paste, compliments of Tanya's last competition she sent us. Now I've got a jar of black pigment paste that I'm going to be using, which I am very grateful for. And we're going to fill that one. I'm not going to fill that one all the way to the top because I'm afraid it's going to spill. And now that I just said that, it is all the way to the top. So let me scoop some out. All right. I'm going to move this over to the curing machine and see you on demold. They are cured. It's been about 2 hours in the curing machine and nothing overflowed, so I'm super happy about that. This did kind of fall down, so I am missing this little top portion of the acorn. So where should we start? We'll start with the pumpkin. You know what? My glitter did fall. Not all of it, but the larger pieces did sink, so I take that comment back. It's still everywhere, but the larger pieces did sink, and it looks like I might top coat this with like UV resin because it's not as shiny as I would want it to be. So I will try that in a second here. Let's get these out first. Oh, that's cute. Not too bad. I don't know if those colors go together that well. But yeah, you can see the large pieces of that glitter did sink. So I redact my comment, but the back is really pretty. All right, next. I'm curious about this one. Yeah, you know why? Because this is not very shiny itself. Yeah, it's got like splotchy marks. Maybe I'll take a gold pen or, no, a copper pen or something and go over those vein marks. So let me get some UV resin on those and some marker on this and see how they turn out. I'm just taking my sanding block to the back. Because it was not able to be domed, it does have a little bit of a sharp edge, and this is just kind of taking that sharpness off. Then I'm going to wash them back down with alcohol. I did put the marker on this one. That is the Copper Chrome marker by Let's Resin. I'm just going to wash it down and then give it a quick coat. I gotta be careful because this alcohol will take that paint marker right off if you're not careful. Guess I should have sanded it first. All right, and then I'm just going to rub, that's why I have a glove on, I'm just going to rub that UV resin all over it and stick it under the curing machine real quick to get it set before it drips off. That's how I usually do things when they need a top coat that are not flat. So let's start with this one. Oh, you know what? I need another glove on this hand. And with the magic of TV, I have a glove. So I'm going to start with this first. I'm just going to take my finger and just rub it all over, a super thin coat. Get my light going. And that will shine it right up. And while I'm doing that, I will get this one going. So just take a little bit of resin. You don't need a lot because you don't want it to drip. You just want it to coat. And that will shine it right back up. So if you have a dull mold and you don't want to buy another mold, this is one way to get a quick shine on it. If you don't want to do like if it's a coaster, then obviously just do a top coat. But something like this 3D, it's an easy way to get a nice little shine going. Pop it under there.
Glitz and glitter, watch them dance. In Michelle's hands, they find their chance. Resin flows and sparkles play, crafting beauty day by day. Pouring passion into each mold, stories and colors silently told. A touch of sparkle, a dash of grace. Michelle's art, a radiant space.
All right, now they're done. This is what they look like, nice and shiny. Let me know what you think about them. Maybe they'll be good paperweights. Actually, they can hold the corners of your parchment paper down if you do the same thing I do. Because with the ceiling fan, they're always flying up. This one obviously is not see-through, but it's kind of cool with all those little colors in there. Kind of like a tie-dye effect. And then the acorn. All right, you guys. Thanks for hopping in today. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Oh, look at the color changing on the top. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Do something fun and step out of your box, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle's story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams inspire laughter flows like sunlit beams.